Folks, it's been a whole day after we have watched the Mission Impossible Final Reckoning. And welcome to our review. This is Risky Business. My name is Ralph. This is
Haji Khan.
After we watched the movie yesterday, we did a little out of theater review, first thoughts, and you guys showed a lot of love to that short video, so thank you very much. In this video, we're gonna discuss our thoughts, our feelings towards this movie. It's gonna be no spoilers at the beginning, so if you haven't seen the movie, you can stay. We will let you know when we will go into some spoilers.
So, the Final Reckoning. First half of this movie was a little bit overwhelming, a lot of information. And the second half is more action. I have one character I like, Ralph knows that. Yeah, won't tell you guys. Yeah,
stick around for the spoiler parts.
yeah.
So basically, in short, if you're a fan of the franchise, definitely go see it. You already know that. The first half was a little questionable. There's a lot of exposition happening on the mission, what is gonna happen. Everybody's trying to hold your hand throughout the movie and in details explain why this is so dangerous and stuff. They've done it in the past too, but here I was a little tired going into this movie. So we had a long day, full working day, then we shot The Last of Us, and then after that we went to see the Mission Impossible movie. And it is a long movie, and you definitely feel that it's long. Whenever they discussed the mission, I was a little slow to catch up. I didn't understand half of it. And they explained it a couple of times. I think if I'm rewatching this movie again for the second, third time, that would get annoying. There's so much information here. I was like, man, just give me some action. This is so tiring. This is the first half of the movie. Very character driven, so everybody have to be on point. I gotta say, acting wise, everybody's done an amazing job. I don't think I ever had any complaints with acting in Mission Impossible franchise, so this is expected. Very good acting. The action scenes. The second part of the movie was intense. So I think everybody will agree on that part because the stunts that we saw, they were stunning, of course. So yeah, basically, if you're looking for a good time, if you're a Mission Impossible fan and you don't mind the long runtime, definitely go see it. You're gonna have a good time. Is it gonna be your favorite? Probably not, but still a must see for sure. Right now, I suggest we go into the spoiler part and discuss kind of our favorite moments and maybe some points that weren't as good as they might have been. I will start with the last movie, The Dead Reckoning. I really enjoyed it up to the point of the final action scene with the train. I don't remember much about that movie because I watched it only one time. I wanted to rewatch it before this one, but didn't get the chance to. I remember that train sequence was a little bit too dragged out for me. Everything else was good. I remember distinctly the airport scene in that particular movie. I really enjoyed that one. It really was intense, very good. This one, exactly the opposite. First half, too much dialogue. We lost the character. This is a spoiler part, so we're gonna tell you, again, warning, if you haven't seen the movie and you don't want spoilers, click out and don't watch it. Turn off. Yeah. You've been warned. Our favorite Luther dies.
I mean, we had this feeling.
We had that feeling,
We said, please don't kill Luther.
If you get rid of some characters, don't get rid of Luther.
Yeah.
But they did. They did. It makes sense. It was sad. Very good scene between Tom Cruise and the actor that plays Luther. I don't know the name.
Yeah. I mean, I was fine with losing Benji, but yeah, it is what it is, guys.
The scene was really good.
Yep.
The last scene, Luther's scene, the lighting, the way they shot Tom Cruise's face was so good. It was almost entirely in the dark. You just could see the eyes. All the cast was back.
Yeah.
Other than maybe Jeremy Renner, Alec Baldwin wasn't in this one. Rebecca Ferguson, I think she passed. She passed in the last one.
Her character passed.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately, she's a great character.
Yep.
So is Jeremy Renner. We have another character that is from the first movie, which did a great job, him and his wife. In the beginning of the movie, they did this reel from all the previous movies. They had some old scenes re-enhanced, and they had some new scenes that they added, like the knife in slow motion. That was new, that wasn't in the original one. And they highlighted it so they can show us the knife again later. There's not much action in the first half of the movie, as we told you. The entity, I was so confused the entire movie as to what it is planning to do. I definitely was hesitant if they would go the blowing everything up route, which they did, which I don't understand. If you are an AI that can control everything, why would you blow up everything?
I mean,
you know?
You for sure have, you have to have the contingency plan. I mean, Entity had his followers, so would they be safe after the bombing? No, exactly. And how you
was planning to escape into that bunker.
Yeah, and so how you gonna
there? What are you gonna do?
Operate with whom? You're technology,
you're just a software inside.
Exactly.
The
and
hardware.
If you destroy the entire infrastructure for software, for internet, you're basically powerless. So
yeah, I did not understand that whatsoever.
Yes.
And it really was in my mind. I was wrapping my mind around that the entire movie, and I was really missing some stuff. There's a Gabriel character that is the villain. Didn't really care about that guy, to be honest. There were two other guys. I don't remember the names, to be honest. The one from Fast and Furious that Brian broke his nose twice. That guy. He had such a funny face in this movie, man. He looked like Max Payne.
Exactly.
He was like...
yeah, man.
The entire movie is like...
he was paid for this face.
He was feeling so much.
So much disgust and pain.
That was funny. And they were a little bit of a pain in the ass at the end.
Yeah.
But yeah, not really much to do with the script. He was connected to the character from the first movie, the villain. I think it was just a little bit of a fan service, to be honest. Not much to do with that character.
Yeah.
A couple of scenes. The main juice is in the submarine scenes.
Yeah.
That was crazy. The crew on the submarine, the first of all, when they dropped him in the water, that scene was creepy. Yeah?
Yeah.
The way those guys appeared behind him, whoa. The sea itself is creepy enough, okay? And if you have those guys in there, undetected, under the radar, in the submarine, bro, I don't want to be there, okay? No, thank you.
No one will find you ever,
yeah.
Ever.
They appeared like that. And basically after that, we got introduced to a crew, and that crew was amazing.
Yep. And
that's your time to shine. Yeah.
Here comes my favorite part. All right. Yeah, we got introduced.
Two characters.
Yeah, two characters. For sure, the captain of the submarine,
He had the mustache. You already knew he was a legend.
Yeah, exactly. And his attitude and stuff, respect for Tom Cruise, for Ethan. This chemistry between these characters, it was we respect each other, man. It's old school kind of action guys.
He was the type of character that's boy, you want to do what?
I'm down.
So many risks. No one can do it. Man, sign me up. Let's go.
Yeah.
I'm dying here of boredom. Let's do something.
Poker beers.
Yeah.
Hide out, yeah.
And the second character.
And the second character, of course, it's a girl from their crew. The jacked up girl. I mean, the only
jacked
reasonable person there. I mean, the most support Ethan got from the crew, this was this girl. She was like caring, like showering him,
Which was
him.
very surprising, actually.
Yeah.
You kind of think that she would be this stereotypical feminist type of girl and stuff, you know. But she was really, just acting up.
Well, she wasn't acting masculine. I mean, besides her like body shape, like it's jacked, it's okay. But she has this, you know, feminine nature in her.
Yeah, I really enjoyed her character. Whenever she was on screen, she was funny, she was charismatic, and she really carried the scenes she was in, because she saved him at one point.
Yeah.
And he predicted it. He was like, this girl's gonna come in and save him. I was like, oh, all right, let's see.
And then it happens, I'm like,
yes! Our crew is on another mission on this island. They run into the characters I was talking about, the husband and wife, the guy from the first movie.
Yeah.
And they were a vibe too. We really liked those characters.
Yeah, man.
The wife was a comedic relief in that one scene.
Yeah.
She was so funny.
Explaining to the guy, like, go there. Even I understood her.
We got the Russians in there.
Yep.
Added a level of suspense a little bit.
Yeah, to slow down other crew while Ethan goes from another way.
The submarine part. There's a part when Ethan goes down and to find that
into
submarine.
Sevastopol,
yeah.
Man, that
scene, bro.
I mean, you feel every bomb, every move of the object, and you're like, shit, now it's gonna go down like
that. Was intense. I've heard some people say that scene was a little bit dragged out. I don't think so. I would gladly watch that again and again, because it was done so tastefully. It was long, but it was long for a purpose. It was intense, very slow paced, and you had to feel every second of it, because he makes a move, shit goes left. And even if he doesn't do anything, if he just stays still, because he went in there and the water started building up, the water is circulating, the submarine started spinning, and whether he moves or not, water is still moving, stuff is still moving, shifting the weight, and it's constantly you under pressure. And literally, physically, you just like...
He's in the middle, the object inside the submarine are in the middle, and they're like...
There are torpedoes in there.
Yeah, like
God damn
nuclear heads,
Yeah.
And you're like,
holy hell.
Fuck, now it's gonna explode, like if they like collide and stuff, and that's gonna end on you.
Yeah, that was intense. And I have no idea how they shot this.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm interested how they performed. Maybe it was a studio.
It probably is a studio with the spinning chambers and stuff. But still, it looked so massive and grand scale. Just hats off to everybody that done that. Crazy. Yeah. And then he had to cut off his suit and just to carry the backpack with the air and the mask to fit inside the torpedo launch.
And just imagine he's inside some submarine underneath I don't know how many meters.
Yeah, the pressure must be insane.
Temperature, especially temperature in the cold water.
The second highlight of the movie was that plane sequence with Gabriel. Boy, that was ridiculous.
Yeah, exactly.
That was ridiculous.
I didn't like that part at all.
You didn't like it?
No, I didn't.
I really liked it.
No, I didn't like it because it's... I don't know. My relationship with flying and stuff. I even don't like planes in GTA, man. It was dragged.
It is an action scene, so...
I mean,
it wasn't as dragged as the train sequence to me.
I don't remember too much from the train sequence.
Me too, but I remember that
I don't remember, the same. Like, I was bored in the train sequence as well, because it wasn't the Mission Impossible level kind of action. It was a little bit lower.
No, it was good action, but it was... there were a lot of levels to it. You see the train cabins, one by one was falling. It didn't...
Yeah, they dragged it.
Yeah, that was too much. But here... I don't think it was dragged, to be honest.
I don't know.
It may be personal preference, but it looked ridiculous.
I felt it very slow. I understand, yeah, it's kind of hard to perform in the air with the friction and stuff. But anyway,
Yeah, but looked insane.
looked insane, yeah, from the looks.
From
and
stunt perspective,
great.
that was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to Tom Cruise in his age performing the stunts by himself again.
But they didn't end the movie as everyone likes to end franchises nowadays, killing off everybody and stuff. Basically just fluidized. Everybody else is fine. They ended pretty much like every other Mission Impossible movie, which is pretty cool.
Exactly.
Mysterious. So if they want, they can continue. They can. And I think they probably will. I liked Fallout way better. It is probably my favorite one, the Fallout, because I like that movie from beginning to end. Everything about that movie I like. With all its flaws, pluses and minuses. Henry Cavill is amazing in there.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, the bathroom scene, the helicopter scene, the chase sequence in a BMW E28.
Yeah.
That movie has it all. Has it all. The villain is amazing, as always. They have the villain from the fifth one, the Rogue Nation.
Yeah.
He's back again, and Henry Cavill on top of that. So yeah, you can't really beat that movie. It's so good. That's why the Dead Reckoning was a little lacking for me in terms of action was good. It was just
good,
dragged a little bit.
Yeah, dragged, and
just a little dragged.
the main point that it was supposed to be like a part one of the
Part one, part two, yeah.
Yeah. This is what maybe gave that impact to it.
I think if they edit better the Dead Reckoning's ending and Final Reckoning's beginning, both movies would be amazing.
Or maybe they got to, do the director's cut and just
combine and edit, cut off unnecessary
stuff.
parts and do like a 4.5 hour movie. There was a scene in this one when they find a box with the entity. That was creepy.
Oh, you mean the source code box? Oh, no, the pod.
Yeah, where he...
Yeah. Put the mask on.
By the way, that scene pissed me off so much.
Why?
I will explain. So, it was a very creepy setup. It gave us exposition to what's going to happen, but the editing was so annoying. I got tired of seeing round shapes and eyes, round shapes going into eyes,
And
then
some
into
random
that
shots.
source code. It was so repetitive. You could have cut half of that out, and I would still get the point. It would feel as intense as it was.
Yeah, kind of is.
By the way, wanted to shout out the sound design, especially in the submarine scene. Those sounds,
They did it very well.
those sounds were amazing. It wasn't like a soundtrack, you can't really call it that because
It's
it was
like ambience.
sound effects and the use of the wide angle cameras in here.
Yeah.
There were so many shots with wide angle cameras, which you don't see much. And there was a lot of transitions, retro transitions, very simple transitions that you don't expect to see in a movie like this.
I mean, isn't it the common signature of Mission Impossible movies from the old ones? If
They
I'm
have,
not
when
mistaken.
the intro goes in, they have that
Yeah. It's
fume going on.
somehow gives away the Star Wars vibe when the scenes are changing. Yes.
Yeah, there was a transition with the water when the president's cabinet, Ethan's chamber fill up with water and the president comes up.
Yeah. I mean,
That type of stuff. There was a transition with the square, it would like... That was so
Are you
interesting.
sure you don't remember that in
No, I
the
don't.
first movies?
No, I don't
I'm
remember
pretty
the
sure it's
first,
from there.
second movie very well, to be honest. I remember third, fourth, fifth, and
I gotta revisit them all anyway.
me too.
Because-
I would love to do it
Because now
sometime
we
on the
have
channel.
finished franchise and it's
Yeah.
like just
One thing this movie did insanely good is visuals.
they outdid themselves. Really,
The
with this
quality
one.
of the image. It was so crispy. I couldn't believe what I was watching. And we watched it on a good screen, so wow. Wow. So yeah, what do you rank this one? Gabriel's death scene was so funny.
Oh yeah,
That was so funny.
that was satisfying.
I have the
Least I can
second.
say.
I have the second pair.
That was satisfying indeed. Like, yeah.
The way he broke his hand and was hanging on it.
I was
man.
screaming.
He was
like,
screaming. Ah! How will you rank all the
when judging
Mission
from
Impossible
like
movies?
from what I
From
remember,
memory, yeah.
yeah. Phantom Protocol.
First one?
Yeah, it's still in my memory. I like it. I don't know why. I like it the most. Don't know.
The most.
I like it the most. Phantom Protocol, Fallout, then first 3 movies.
Mm-hmm.
Then comes Final Reckoning, and then Dead Reckoning.
You forgot the 5th one, Rogue Nation.
I don't remember that shit.
Oh, okay. Okay. So I'm a little.
I don't remember what was happening in that movie.
For me, it's completely different, and I'm gonna explain why. My favorite one's Fallout, for sure. Because right now, if you tell me which Mission Impossible would you want to rewatch right now, it's gonna be Fallout, for sure. After that, Rogue Nation, 100%, 5th one. After that, I like Ghost Protocol, it's called, not the Phantom, yeah. Ghost Protocol, I like it, but I have some issues with it. I don't like the part with the Russians. This is the first part. I don't like the ending whole act in India, I think, with the i8, the BMW and stuff. I don't like that part at all. I like the prison escape in the beginning, I like the Moscow scenes, and I like the Dubai scenes. That's pretty much it. That's not enough to put it in my favorites. So it's Fallout, Rogue Nation. After that, that's where it gets interesting, because I really enjoy the 3rd one, especially because of that opening scene. That opening scene sets the tone with the villain. I don't know, I'm conflicted. Do I put the last 2 movies or the 3rd one? I think I still go with the last 2 movies. Final Reckoning probably is, in my opinion,
better than Dead Reckoning?
I don't know, I have to rewatch that. They're interchangeable. They're after 5 for me, then goes 3, 4, 1, 2.
Alright, but maybe we will redo these after we
100%.
Yeah,
just by memory, the first 4 places are solid. Solid.
Yeah.
But after that, I remember.
Yeah, after that, we for sure need to refresh our memories by rewatching them and re-rank them.
That's it?
Yep.
That's it. That's our review. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Tell us in the comments, what is your thoughts about this movie? Did you like it as much as the previous ones? And if you can, just rank them in the comments and tell us why. Rate the video if you liked it, subscribe if you're not, and we'll see you next time. We've been Risky Business. Bye guys.